Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's update video. This week we are going to address some of the feedback we received from last week's video, as well as talk a little about the new area ownership feature that we teasered at the end of the video. So first I would like to start with the feedback. One of the main feedback points we received was about the farming. Now, farming is something that we really feel fits the medieval setting and theme, and it's something that we are definitely looking into designing out thoroughly. However, the planets and the area ownership and all the other core features that we are currently working on also need design time. So when the farming will be coming, I cannot say, but it's definitely something we are looking into. Second thing we received a lot of feedback about was seasons. Now, seasons are a little bit more complicated. For seasons we would have to have the planet, the voxels have to react to snow, sun. Each season would affect the planet differently. We would have to have snow on the plants, on the trees, well, there's already some snow, but we have to make it planet-wide. It's a very big undertaking. It's not as big as putting planets in the game, but it's still fairly sizable. So seasons, not for now, but farming, we are definitely looking into that. Now, I would like to move on to the area ownership. The area ownership is something that's very much in progress. We are changing so many of the aspects of it right now that a lot of what I will talk about now can probably, or will probably even change to some degree. But the basics will remain the same. So, the basics of area ownership. You've got the planet is divided into little areas. You can take your claim block and you build it inside the area, and then the area will go into contested. After a certain amount of time, the contested period ends and the area will be yours. So, what will this mean? The contested time is there to allow you to react. So if someone is placing the ownership block in a sector you're also in, that means you have a few minutes of time to run there and destroy their ownership block before it's too late. Vice versa, that also means that if you place your ownership block, you have to defend it. And if people destroy it, then you lose your claim. So how do these sectors work? These sectors are defined in a very simple size value, and we dynamically generate them based on how large your planet is, how large the sectors are, and it's very configurable. So this also means that we can mod it. So if you would like to make very large sectors or very teeny tiny sectors, it's all up to you. We will of course strive to find ideal settings in between where everything just feels right. So what are the benefits of claiming areas? Well, the first benefit is that you'll be able to finally lock your doors, your gatehouses, your portcullis, your drawbridges. They will be lockable. It means if someone is trying to interact with it and they do not have the permissions, they will receive a little error message saying that they cannot open the door. Additionally, it will allow you to respawn there. And if someone is attacking your castle, you will receive a message informing you that your castle is under attack. So you will know when it's time to return to your castle to defend it. But the main benefit is area rules. Now, what are area rules? Area rules allow us to create certain settings for your areas. For example, you can ban players from building in your sectors. We can ban players from deconstructing in your sectors. And we can even ban players from digging into voxels in your sectors. Now, all these settings will probably be configurable in world settings, and otherwise it will be an environment setting, which makes it moddable. Here we are very much in progress stage, because digging underneath a castle was a very valid strategy to attack castles. But on the other hand, if players can just dig around your castle and ruin your entire area without any way to control it, that's not fun either. Additionally, the same with the building. If we do not constrain the building, what's to stop a player from just building block, 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 block and just walking on top of your walls? Or worse, deconstructing, just walking up to your door, removing it and getting in. On the other hand, there are plenty of opportunities to defend yourself from this. Like you could stand on the walls and shoot them with your crossbow or with a catapult. So we are really feeling out like what makes sense and what works and what doesn't. And in the end, of course, it will be configurable, because then you can sculpt the game in the way you would prefer. There are of course a few downsides to having the claim blocks, and that's that you will have to pay taxes. These taxes are for upkeep, to ensure that you do not build 1,000,000 claim blocks and claim the entire planet, ruining any chances for anyone else to ever build anything anywhere. Additionally, it also means that you cannot just wall in your claim block in a huge block of stone, because you need to walk to the claim block to interact with it to pay the taxes. And if you wall it in, you cannot pay taxes, so the area claim will disappear. This also means that if you are attacking a castle and you manage to get in, you actually have a chance of making it to the claim block without having to randomly deconstruct walls and do whatever you can to find it. Alright guys, that was it for this week's update video. We tried to explain a lot about the area ownership, but I understand you guys will have a lot of questions, so please just leave them in the comments below and we will answer as many of them as we can. I hope you will enjoy the little storyline episode we will be releasing, and we'll see you again next week. Goodbye!